afternoon. I am going to show you guys a tutorial on how to wire up my latest diesel control E2, which is a simplified control E2 for diesel locomotives called Core Diesel Control version 2.4. This is the current release state, which is technically beta, but I'm happy enough to release it as is right now. It is basically a step up from OLC to about RLC, but it is much simpler than RLC and it is more advanced than OLC. Kind of like my DM diesel mechanical control E2. It's similar to that in a way. It shares the same DNA, although it is a different E2. Now, this E2, it runs like OLC, but it runs a little bit different in a way that it has a reverser, it has proper brakes, although the brakes are not exactly like RLC brakes where they are simulating pneumatics. This one is just, you have your train brake, independent, handbrake, whatever, but it is simplified. You have a brake mold, all of that, you have a mold for your engine, everything, whatever, it's all there. You have sounds that are configurable as well, so whatever engine you want to run, it's all there. You have your sound browser here, up in your top right, whatever, find your engine sound, slap it in, yep. You have startup, shutdown, optional shutdown alarm sound if you want it. You don't have to have that to disable it. You've got your shutdown alarm here, set that to 0 if you don't want it on, and then this is just a timer for however long that alarm would play for. This is some more configs. You have clag, dynamics. If you want dynamics, you can enable them. Wheel slip. This doesn't really seem to do a lot as far as I could see in testing, but it's there anyway if you want it. Same with dynamics. They didn't really seem to do much, but they're there. That's pretty much the rundown. You have your idle and your full RPM as well. This depends on the engine that you have. Right now, this is set up to run this English Electric EE12 CSVT. It depends what you want to run. If you want to run EMDs or whatever, you will need to actually do a little bit of research and figure out what your RPMs will be. This doesn't really affect the control of the E2. It's more just like a it's a feature that's there. It will obviously dictate what sounds you use as well. That's pretty much it. You've got check commands here. That's about it. Now, to wire it, you'll see you have an active, on signal, kill switch, WASD, space, train brake, independent, handbrake. You will need a keypad and a pod controller as well. Depends on the locomotive you're using, but for this locomotive I have dual cab, which means that I use I can run it from either cab. But for this case we'll just wire it to one cab for the moment. If you want to wire it to two cabs, you'll probably need OR gates and another two pod controllers for either seat. Just whatever you want to do. This is how I've set up my locomotive. But anyway, to begin, you'll want to wire your active control to your master on switch. This is a toggle. So you'll have a toggle switch like this that basically just turns the chip on or off. You will also have a kill switch and your start switch. So wire those where you want to wire them. Just like that. Then run back down. These, just wire them to pod controller as such. Now, space controls your dynamics. I've been wiring it to Alt. And then train brake or general right to shift, independent to space, or vice versa, it doesn't really matter. And of course your handbrake to H. That's for your main chip controls there. Now for your cab controls, you'll see I have a throttle and a reverser, then 2 brakes, a speedo, whatever. I've also got this here, my RPM gauge. You don't need that, but it's there if you want to. It's pretty straightforward. You'll wire your throttle to your throttle, your reverser to your reverser, your brake value to your pod controller, just one to space, the other one to Alt. Sorry, I mean shift. Your speedometer to miles an hour. Then A on here to engine RPM. If you have fans, wire them to your master on switch. And if you have particles, for example, I have particles here. I've got clag underscore 2 stroke underscore 3 and clag underscore 2 stroke underscore 1. These I wire underscore 1 to particle on, fixed string, particle string. I won't do this side, this side's already wired. And then your other side underscore 3, wire that to startup stage. That's pretty much it for the E2. So that's everything set up. So now we have it on. Turn the start key. Locomotive will start up. When it's finished starting up, you will see it will say in chat when it finishes starting, right there. We can also go ask for help. And that gives us everything we want to know. Yeah. That's all the information there that you need. Controls are pretty simple as well. Like you've got A, D, select which way you want to go. Throttle. Just like so. So you have your brakes as well. Just like so. And of course your handbrake works as well. That is essentially just the fundamental basics of core diesel control E2. It is just a simple E2 meant to bridge the gap between OLC and RLC. Just another alternative for people that don't want to use RLC or OLC, but they still want something a little bit mildly realistic. That's it.